It is the 16th century. From all over Europe, great ships sail west to conquer the New World, the Americas. Many men will take this perilous journey across the vast Atlantic, but not many will return. The greedy will go in search of gold, the pious to bring the Christian gospel to his fellow man. The powerful travel in hope of war and conquest, and some merely for the thrill of the exploration. But the greatest adventure of them all lies not in the destiny of men, but in one small boy's journey that is to change everything. His search is not for treasure or war or salvation, but for the lost continent of Atlantis. And this is his story. My story begins in 1532, in the grimy back streets of Barcelona in the rain. I remember that rain as clearly as if it was today, yet I barely was a boy of 12 at the time. Such a downpour had not been seen in Barcelona for many years, and as it was the Lord's Day, the streets were completely empty save for the vagrants, who rarely bothered me. Even though I was cold and my humble clothes were soaked through, I enjoyed the solitude. My home was at the cathedral, but my father was very ill and in so much pain that I suffered to see him so. I say my father, he was not my real father, but rather the dean of the cathedral, and hence father to many. He had adopted me as an infant, and was all the family that I had. My real parents I knew naught of, and had long ago ceased to ask, as Father Rodriguez would always say that he did not know anything of them. This particular afternoon, after tiring of playing on my own in the gutter, I had no real friends. I went down to the docks to watch the sailors loading their ships. I had always dreamed of being an explorer, and I liked to watch from afar and imagine the adventures of these men I saw and what must await them across the sea. The port had been increasingly busy these past few years, as more and more Spaniards sought their fortunes in the New World, and now it seemed as though there were voyages leaving every month. The journey would no doubt be a long and arduous one. The bowels of the great ship at port were being filled to the brim with enough rations to feed a legion of men for a month. Great creaking barrels of rum were hoisted onto the deck and rolled below. All of a sudden my daydream was halted by the cries of sailors. I had been spotted.